The following Four Aces production is for mature audiences only. Listener discretion is highly advised.
Are you ready? Oh, you didn't know? Your ass better call somebody!
This is the Raw Impact Unleashed.
All
That shit.
right.
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. Y'all have to heard the story that we were just talking about off air, but it don't matter. What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's poppin'?
What's pimping?
Hey, you know what I think's going on? This is gonna be the top story of WWE, man.
What's
Top
that?
story of WWE. I think AJ Styles secretly challenged Oscar this week
To what?
to a challenge, a match. I don't know why, but like just the way he came out and walked around the ring and stared her down, like he stared her down like he had some problems. Like him and Oscar had some Japan problems. Like when he was with the Bullet Club in Japan, and Oscar, she was already in NXT.
Yeah.
But anyway, she got some problems. He got some problems with a cousin. Something happened.
Hey, man,
But
maybe he wanted him some Oscar. Maybe he felt like he was ready for Oscar.
maybe, man, he a man. Come on, can't go.
AJ, are you ready for Oscar?
I don't think he is, man. I think Oscar fuck him up. Because Oscar looked like she was about to fuck him up, too. Like, AJ looked at her like he was going to fuck her up. And she looked right back at him like, man, I will fuck you up.
Do you know who you were looking at?
Yeah, no, it was just trippy the way he looked at her and was like, he was all beefed up. Like, man, I'm going to get somebody. I'm like, bro, that's a chick. You can't touch her. Like, why you mad at her? What did she do?
What did she do? That was kind of an awkward segment, kind of like the segment for the Moment of Bliss with dude from what's the name of that group? The tag team.
Oh, that shit, man!
Machinery.
No, that saved the Moment of Bliss.
Oh,
That
God.
saved when pretty lady, pretty lady. That shit had me rolling, bro. I was like, this is annoying. I don't like them anyway. Like,
Yeah.
steaks and weights. Yeah, of course you've been eating weights. Look at you. But yeah, I like they annoy me. But that shit, okay, I don't like a Moment of Bliss.
Yeah.
It's boring to me.
Right.
And in that moment, I swear to God, I'm a Paul Heyman guy. But
Okay.
Paul Heyman was saying the same shit he said for the last 7 years.
Yeah.
Like, it hasn't changed. Word for word, the same fucking thing. And when that motherfucker came out and started barking and just yelling and everything, and then at the end, when they was trying to pull him away and he kept saying, pretty lady! That shit had me rolling, man. It saved that fucking segment.
See, I can't say it because to me it just felt uncomfortable. Like there was no setup to it. Maybe give me one more scene a little earlier in the show where they come across each other.
You know what happened? Vince McMahon is sitting there, right? And he's like me. He's listening to the same fucking shit he's heard for the last 7 years, and he's tired of it. And he was like, hey, send one of them big motherfuckers out there right now. What you want them to do? I don't care. Tell them to fucking growl. I don't care. Just send them out. This shit is boring. And that's what happened. And if you seen, as soon as they got the big dude out there and Alexa Bliss and Paul Heyman was about to sit down, they go, ding, 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 this next match. And just like, it was over. Like I know that's what happened. Vince was like, get one of them big motherfuckers out there. Like, what you gonna do? I don't even, tell them to eat the belt. I don't care. Like, whatever he got to do, we got to stop this shit.
Where was he during This Is My Life with The Rock and Mankind?
Nah, that was a good segment. Even though Vince McMahon was wishing he had sent somebody out.
Oh man, yeah, no. Like it was just an awkward segment to me. Like I said, I didn't say I didn't laugh at it because, like you said, when I started hearing him say "pretty lady," "pretty lady,"
That shit got me, man. That shit got me for real.
but on the real though, like all of the interactions with like Samoa Joe walking up on EC3 posing in a mirror, and like
Yeah, and what was EC3 look like an avatar in a video game when you setting him up and dressing him and shit? Like how it turns a little bit and then it stops and goes back. And then it turns a little bit, it stops and goes back. That's how this motherfucker was doing. I was like, what is he doing? Is he getting ready for the WWE 2020?
maybe.
He coming out. That's gonna be his pose.
I tell you, man, no, but like, yeah, they did it with all of them. Like I was reading an article, like Nikki Cross is the only one who actually got in a match, and her shit was off the hook.
Yeah.
Like I liking me some Nikki Cross, but like that shit when that bitch started yelling at Natalia and Bailey, let Nikki play, I was like,
Crazy, man, she crazy.
this bitch crazy.
Yeah, she crazy as fuck.
But hold up. Let me give her something real quick.
What?
I'm gonna give her a big round of applause. Congratulations to her and Killian Dane on their recent nuptials. I guess they've been together for the past 10 years and recently got married, so congratulations to them, big time.
Boom, there you go.
But yeah.
She told him, she was like, if I make it to the main roster, you got to marry me. He's like, bitch, I ain't gonna marry you. And she made it to the main roster, so he got to marry her.
Yeah, well.
Because if you've been together for 10 years, you got to have some stipulation like that going on. Like, because if you ain't pulled the knot, you ain't pop the question, pull the trigger, tie the knot by then you're gonna be like, all right, if I make it to the main roster, I ain't gotta marry you. And she's like, well, if I make it to the main roster, you gotta marry me. And it's like, all right, bet. Bet. You gotta marry me, bitch. But yeah, congrats.
Yeah, big time to them. Big time congratulations to them. But yeah, so that was another just side moment there. But just the debuts were awkward. Nikki Cross had an amazing match though. Like I said, I liked her match. I definitely liked the chemistry in ring between her and Ruby Riott.
Yeah.
There's definitely some chemistry there. I wouldn't mind seeing some feuds later on down the road.
If you watched NXT, you could have seen the feuds already.
Yeah, I know. Ain't everybody got time to watch 10 hours of wrestling in a week.
I don't watch that much wrestling.
Shit. It's hard enough getting through 5.
Man, I watched like 12 hours of fucking Punisher today. I tell you what.
Oh, I bet that shit was hella good too.
Mm-hmm. And Nally waiting on me, man. So hurry up, let's go.
But yeah, man, like I was definitely impressed with the in-ring work. But at the end of the day, the main roster on Raw seems to be focused on big change. Like the ending to Raw this week created big change.
Yeah.
And I had a conversation off air with Cole about it the night it happened. And needless to say, neither one of us were really that impressed with the switch. I don't know. Cole,
I mean,
you want to give your opinion?
I give Valor all the props in the world. You know, like not taking nothing from him.
No, yeah, okay, yeah.
But very disappointed that Braun's not getting his chance right now because I mean that's what's been pushed so hard here lately. But yeah, then again, like Balor getting over and them pushing Balor so hard for this, they like I said on the phone that night, I was like, they gave us the one-on-one match, okay. Yeah. He went through that shit. He got beat up before that match. You know what I'm saying? He got attacked. Then he had to go through the match. He survived. All right, like that wasn't enough. He has to go to this Fatal 4 now. Now he goes through this Fatal 4-way match. He wins. He succeeds. And he beats John Cena 16 times.
16 times.
WCW champion. I mean, John Cena. Yeah. All right. Beats him. All right. and even for the machine, that's not enough. They got to give John Cena a microphone and be like, Vince don't believe in you, but you said these people do, and you bet you bought $1. Then you got one more that believes in you, son, and I believe in you. So like even that, like the icing on the cake, John Cena was like, maybe that'll get him over.
It was kind of overkill. It was kind of Cena overkill because Finn Balor was already a likable character. Finn Balor was already a face. It's overkill. You know what I'm saying? You have a face. You already put him through the brutal first match. Then you put him through the brutal fatal 4-way. He overcomes both, and then you have to layer on top of that
John Cena approval.
Yeah, a John Cena stamp of approval. It couldn't have been any more cheesy if after raising his hand, if John didn't throw up the thumb afterwards with a smile. John Cena approved.
Right.
And that's just the real talk of it. Like it was a great segment in the sense of okay, whatever, yay, Finn Balor is going to Royal Rumble. I have dug and dug and dug and dug. Maybe one of our listeners can write us on the fan page and tell us. But I have yet to see an article that thoroughly explains why Braun was removed from this match. Through digging, we have found out via the Dave Meltzer podcast that this was the plan. Like this has been the plan for a while, like for a couple of months. This has been the plan to switch it to Finn Balor at the last minute. I'm not understanding why, because they're not saying it's because Braun wasn't cleared to wrestle, because Braun's been cleared. Like, Braun's been medically cleared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, man. I haven't seen anything. I ain't heard anything. Don't know why. And one thing, I'm like, why would you pull him out of this championship match when he is in a movie right now that's playing worldwide?
Yep.
He's in a movie right now playing worldwide, and he's got the name Braun in the movie.
Yep.
So it ain't like he's playing a different character. He's playing Braun Strowman in the fucking movie, bro. Like, yes, he ain't a wrestler in the movie. Maybe he is. They don't get into it. But still, why would you take him out when he's in a really popular fucking movie right now?
Yeah. It makes no sense.
That's in Holmes and Watson, if y'all didn't know already.
Just in case y'all didn't know what all them insinuations were about.
God damn it! But yeah. I don't get it, man. It was just like out of nowhere. Like I don't know. Like did he grab Stephanie's titty accidentally or something? Like what the fuck happened, man?
Oh no, he didn't. He grabbed Stephanie's titty by head. Triple H said, "Oh hell no."
Stephanie, your titty's about to get these hands.
No, you didn't. Oh man! All right. So another article that I read. Speaking of just random articles, here we go. I'm sitting here looking at our lovely Twitter page or Twitter feed, which is Raw Impact Unleashed at the Raw Impact U. Y'all can find us on Twitter and find this article. But the article says Cody Rhodes says All Elite won't micromanage talent and isn't hiring writers anytime soon.
Nice.
So this is going to make AEW extremely interesting as far as I'm concerned. Because at this point, it's effectively going to be a completely wrestler-run program. When they get their TV deal and so on and so forth, it's going to be the guys telling their stories. And of course, you got to have a producer who's kind of telling a story visually. But as far as the in-ring work, who wins the matches, so on and so forth. And then I also saw another article that I shared on our fan page, Raw Impact Unleashed fan page, about the fact that they were saying they're going to, and this is one of the things, guys, this is how old this subject is. We literally spoke about this, I want to say, within the first 15 episodes of this show. Like, we are literally 5 years later now almost. Or just about, and this is one of the things we talked about in the first show when we talked with forget what his name is, Joe, was it, from Premier Wrestling?
John LaRocca.
John LaRocca from Premier Wrestling, And he spoke about how Premier focused more as far as like title hunts, rankings, etc. It focused more on win loss.
Yeah.
And it brought me back to that when I was looking at the title of this article where it was saying that Cody Rhodes was saying that AEW is going to focus more on wins and losses for their title pushes, etc. Uh, and I was like, it's a very interesting way to run because it is the one thing that WWE lacks. You know, TNA even tried to do it with I forget what was the name of the little tournament that they did, where each match counted
Yeah. Fuck
and
that shit.
how
No,
you.
no. I didn't
Hey,
like that shit. I didn't
it
like that shit
it
at all. That
wasn't.
point system, they had a point system. It wasn't it wasn't a win loss type thing. It
Yeah,
was more of a submission, pin, count out, like
yeah.
point 1, 2, 3 points. Fuck that shit. I don't like that shit. I didn't like that shit. The
See, for
TNA
me,
did.
it was a move in the right direction. To me,
No,
like it
even
wasn't
even
it
the
wasn't
win loss,
all the
even
way
a
there.
win loss record. I understand that shit in fucking
No,
UFC and in boxing, and shit like that. Yes, okay, cool. But wrestling, like, man, I don't give a fuck if this motherfucker's won 100 matches and lost 17 or vice versa.
I think you're
The only
misunderstanding.
the
Go ahead.
only person that it matters that we need to count the losses of is that motherfucker that looks like that motherfucker from the cruiserweight division.
No,
Hawkins, Kurt Hawkins. God damn it, that's the only person that WWE needs to worry about counting wins and losses
no.
for.
Okay, but you're misunderstanding. Not misunderstanding, but I don't know if you're understanding where I'm saying the win loss record should matter, and it's not to the fans. I'm not saying every wrestler should come out with their win loss record like tagged across the bottom underneath their thing. What I'm saying is if you've got a wrestler and you have him win, dude's been winning like 5, 6, 7 weeks in a row. He's been featuring in main events, so on and so forth. Basically, his record over the past 6 weeks on TV has been like 11-0. This dude should be getting a title push. He should be being put in a title shot. You see what I'm saying? But where I'm saying the win loss should matter is to the bookers when they're deciding who to push. And I think that's along the lines of what Cody was talking about. Is that it's more of a win loss in that record. Now, should I believe that they should have round robin tournaments for certain belts where then win loss record matters as far as to the crowd? Because you start out with round robin where everybody's wrestling everybody, the top five or the top eight with the best records, then go on to the actual single elimination tournament, and somebody wins the title. Then your win loss record counts because it's a part of an overall tournament.
That's too much. That's too much.
I think it could be done correctly. I
Not
think
a
it could
round
be.
robin tournament. That's way too much. Though.
If you're only dealing with 5 or 6 wrestlers, or you're only dealing with like 8 or 12 wrestlers, you're only talking
That's
about.
a lot. That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
See, I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen them run longer.
You gonna pay for this? You gonna pay for it?
Bro, I've seen them stretch a King of the Ring tournament out over like 3 months. So like this wouldn't take any longer than a King of the Ring tournament.
One match every 2 motherfucking weeks.
Exactly, and this will give you more matches per week. This style of tournament will give you more matches per week. Basically, it's what they did with the Mixed Match Challenge this year. Instead of having it be a single elimination tournament like it was last year, they had everybody wrestled everybody, and then that decided who went to the little playoff, and then they worked it down to R-Truth and whatchamacallit, which, by the way, thank you, WWE, for giving me my Christmas present and showing me the trip to Stamford, Connecticut. Because because the look on Carmella's face, oh my God, was precious. Oh, she was just like, why are we here? We could have went anywhere in the world. Why are we here?
Going to visit the boss.
Oh man, yes. But yeah, like it I wouldn't mind seeing those every now and then. Like I said, it's not going to be all the time, but you give me one of those tournaments every now and then. And then, like I said, bookers, if somebody's got a hot streak, have them land a belt. I'm sorry. If you're going to give them a push, have them land a fucking belt. Or stop giving people pushes that you're not going to have them land a belt. Because it's just stupid. Like, Braun Strowman over the past year has pretty much decimated everybody he's touched. Why the hell
Yeah.
is he not Universal Champion?
Yeah, I mean, he should be going after it in a few days, a few weeks. What, 2 weeks now?
Or shit.
Uh, fucking what is this? A week, right?
Yeah. No,
It's not this Sunday, but it's a week from Sunday.
yeah, it's a week from Sunday.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just you can't give me Braun all year long, and then and here's some other lists of shit for WWE to do while I'm at it. Bring back fucking Bray Wyatt. I don't know why y'all disappeared him off of TV for no
He
fucking
been
reason.
hurt, fool.
I don't care. Bring him back. I'd rather see him than a moment of bliss. I'd rather see him sitting there talking than a moment of bliss.
Yeah.
I'd rather see him and Matt Hardy sitting there just having a conversation. That shit would be better than a moment of bliss.
They broke up. Man, Hardy's at home. He on vacation.
No, it wouldn't. It would be wonderful.
This motherfucker over here.
Oh man. Yeah. Nah, I'm just saying, like, you know, just bring some of these motherfuckers back. Do something with Chad Gable, goddammit. Stop sticking him in.
He hurt too.
Stop sticking him in tag teams.
He hurt.
Well, I'm talking about when he get back then.
Him and Bray Wyatt's a tag team right now. Called Bed Rest.
Shut the fuck up, man. This fool over here. This fool over here. Talking about bed rest. Oh man. Anyway, but yeah, man, like that's just some of my suggestions to WWE there, just because. But another thing that I'm noticing with WWE is that I think some of these random pushes that we've been seeing recently have a little bit to do with AEW. Because somebody was saying, I was reading in another article that Dave Meltzer was saying that you know, because I guess he's the Mel Kiper of wrestling knowledge. Dave Meltzer, his name pops up all over the place.
Yeah, he the man. He the man.
Right on, right on.
If he was gonna do anything with this podcast, it would be more like him.
All right, for sure. I want to say but they said that, but he was saying that the revival may be getting a push pretty soon, and the reason why we're seeing Cien Almas, Andrade, which by the way,
No, it's not Cien Almas no more.
I know it's just Andrade. They shortened him down. But the reason why
the Mexican Andre.
Yeah, you know.
Man, you are laughing too hard at that. You are racist. You are a racist black man. And you say, black man can't be racist. You lying.
No. You said
that's when you laugh. That's a racist laugh. I don't care who you are.
No, dude. He when you said that, all I could think about was Eric Andre. And I swapped him and Andrade in the match with Rey Mysterio from this week. Like, what the fuck?
Hell no, he didn't pull his dick out. Ray would be running away.
Anyway.
Oh, they had a wrestler on this show. Chris Jericho was on his show.
Yes, he was. I remember that episode. Yeah.
And they stomped through the fucking floor. Chris Jericho's foot went through the fucking floor.
But yeah, part of it was he was saying that, getting back to the article, he's saying that the revival gets, it might be getting a push the same way, Andrade is getting a push right now, because they said both of them were basically gearing up to ask for their releases. And rumor has it that the revival have asked for their release. And that the WWE is trying to avoid being that company that everybody's running away from.
Yeah.
Like they were, you know, back in the day when WCW was buying up and paying double and triple what Vince could pay, you know, and buying up all his talent, you know, and so I was just like, so it looks like AEW, who really haven't done that much yet, have already started to make an impact.
It's the boys, and they got the support of the boys,
right?
So of course people are gonna be like, hey man, if you ain't gonna do this right, you know, here, then let us go and we'll go do right somewhere else. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And now that the boys got their company, all the boys want to be a part of it.
Yeah, very true.
And and Vince needs to learn that there's a lot more places nowadays for people to go.
What
Like,
sounded
yeah,
to me,
yeah, WWE is great, and you
yeah,
can make a lot of money in WWE, way
and
more than you can make at any other promotion.
yeah,
But that's not because WWE is paying you. That's because you're getting over, and the fans are buying your shit, and you're
right,
getting paid
merch,
that way.
right.
So if you can get even a cup of coffee in WWE and get over with the fans,
Then
you can go
almost
other places and
Yeah.
still make good ass money.
right because you're going to be a draw. You're
Hmm.
going to be someone, and that's the thing with it is it also is that and this tie and actually I'm glad you brought that up because it ties into what I was about to talk about next, which was that the rumor has it from this same article that basically this has not been confirmed, but the rumor has it that the WWE has put the word out amongst the locker room that if they get offers from anywhere else to bring them to WWE and Vince McMahon will double them.
Oh, really?
He'll match if not double the offer.
I don't think he'll double that shit. I don't think so. Because check this out. If I heard, if that, all right, I'm in the locker room.
Uh,
My boss comes up to me and goes, "Hey, if anybody contacts any of y'all about anything and they offer you money, I'll double that shit. Don't even take that money." Then I'm gonna wait 25 minutes. Be like, I didn't want to say nothing in front of the boys. I'm gonna walk away from them. But I was offered a
Yeah.
multi-million-dollar contract for 6 months, yo. Like they want me to jump, and I've been contemplating all day. That like we talking about $3.4 million, 6 months, Vince. Give me
Now you-
seven. Give
now
me
you
seven
do-
for a year.
Now you do realize you would have to produce that contract before Vince would match it. You better go
That's
home and get
cool,
the
that's
you
cool.
get the copy
That-
in and
that's
paste
cool,
and some
man.
shit.
I send a text to Cody right quick. I'll be like, "Hey, Cody, email me a fake ass contract for $3.4 million for 6 months. All travel expenses taken care of, all flights paid for, everything. Like, give me the whole nine, Cody." And Cody, since I would be one of the boys, Cody would send that shit over. He'd fax that shit, right? He'd fax it to Vince's office. And
Oh,
Vince would be like, "All right, sir, here's your $7 million for 1 year." I'm like, "Fucking
man.
right."
Now, see, you didn't match or double it,
Yeah, I
So
said,
I'm-
I said, give me 7 for a year.
Right,
Then,
so
like,
Vince
I already
may-
said that in my negotiations.
Vince may look back at you and said, "I said I would match it, not double it. I'll give you 3.5
6 months.
for a
Fine.
year. No, for a year."
That 6 month contract. You said match, not double my time. Now fuck that. That ain't the double in this. Now fuck that.
Oh man, but like, but yeah, but just the fact that you know what it shows me, those rumors show me, is that if any part of them is true,
Which I doubt it.
you know what I'm saying? I know the matching contracts, I believe,
I
because
don't
Vince is a
think-
Vince. I believe Vince is the type with his top talent that it doesn't matter what the cons offer. With his top talent, he's going to do what it takes to keep him. He's gonna do what it takes to keep. Now, some of the
but
NXT
I don't
talent
think he
and
announced
some of the
shit like, "Hey,
No,
this is what I'm
no.
gonna do if y'all get offers."
No.
I'm gonna counter
I
offer
think
like
I
this.
think probably what
Nah.
happened is it's a story. It's the telephone game. It happened to one person and it just got expounded that somehow that was the word around the locker room. It was probably one of the top guys, a Dolph Ziggler or somebody like that got an offer from Cody and took it to Vince, and Vince was like, "Look, keep the shit on the low, but I'll go ahead and double that. Just stay with us."
You know what happened?
And then word got around that, oh shit, his contract got Vince doubling contracts. Oh shit, hell yeah, man. Let's yeah. And then that's how the word got put out there. Is it happened to one dude, and
You
word
know,
just
you know
snaked
who
around.
that one dude was?
What?
It was Braun Strowman, and since he talked, they took his belt away from him.
maybe. Who knows?
Solved it. We solved it.
Dun
Watson,
dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
the
No.
first Black Watson. What's up?
He said first Black Watson.
I ain't seen no other Black Watsons.
I do. They little small boxes from IBM.
You talking about? Don't nobody buy IBM shit no more.
Oh man. Okay, no, I just had to throw it out there. As soon as you said Watson, that was the first thing that came to my mind.
Well, I always wanted to make a Holmes and Watson movie.
Yeah.
And I wanted it to be a comedy. Unfortunately, they already got that going on right now.
So
But but it was gonna be a Mexican Holmes and a black Watson.
in a
Mexican Holmes and a black Watson. And every time Watson said, "What's up, Holmes?" it'd be hilarious.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Nice. Oh, killing me. Killing me. Oh, man. But all right, let's go ahead and take that commercial break, and we'll come back and finish this out. Talk a little bit about what Jericho said about AEW. So, thank you for joining us this week again on the Raw Impact Unleashed.
Say my line. Say my line.
On Spreaker.com for Aces Presents Radio, iHeartRadio, and Spotify, bitches.
Hey, listener, Dutch here from Voice from the Underground, the podcast. My co-host and I want to invite you to check out our little corner of the podcast verse. At Voice from the Underground, we talk about all the crazy happening around us and try to make a little bit of sense out of the nonsense with little to no results. If the idea of hearing three semi-intelligent, outspoken nerds talk about politics, social issues, current events, sports, movies, pretty much anything that we decide to talk about because, well, it's our show, appeals to you, grab your shovel and come on down to the underground, and then consult a qualified psychotherapist. Find us wherever you get your podcasts, just not where you buy your weed.
Voice from the underground.
Man brain. You know you want it. You know you need it. Let me introduce you to our team of audio professionals, 100% committed to giving you the greatest extreme comedy podcast of all time.
What's SPH? I'm so super cute.
Send me your orgasmic release videos.
You can get it rootin'. You can get it tootin'. You can get it doing doughies in your yeet. Mi nombre es Tío Yeti. And you just laugh at little Hank. I ain't gonna pretend I is fresh. But looks like you might like that.
And most importantly, I'm Skullfucker. Rah! Go to manbrainpodcast.com to get orally violated. Manbrain out.
So, what's up? Steve Fingerstyles here, the host of the podcast spelled DA, of course. Tune in each and every week to hear what pisses me off, what angers me, what I make fun of, and of course, my crazy rants. I also have incompetent co-hosts, cool guests, and a silent producer that sucks. So what more do you need from a podcast? You can listen on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, TuneIn, SoundCloud, and the Pod Bros Network. Peace.
All right. Cole could hear the promos. Woo!
I heard it. I tell you what. Oh my God.
Anyway, okay, so let's talk a little bit about that Chris Jericho. Along the same lines with AEW, they were talking about part of the reason why Vince is reacting the way he's reacting is because of the fact that I guess Jericho made a comment that the contract he got from AEW was the biggest he's ever gotten in his career, and it was the primary reason why he didn't sign with, drumroll please, Impact Wrestling. That's right, Jericho was on the brink of signing with Impact Wrestling.
Well, yeah, fucking, Jericho did his little rockin' cruise this past summer. It had some former Impact and it was a ROH
Yeah.
uh thing pretty much. Um and you know, Jericho was filling out the places where he wanted to go,
Yep.
and he decided to go with his boys.
Yep. But that
Which I
just
think
kills
is
me.
funny. I think it's funny that he got the biggest contract that he's ever offered. Is this a rumor or is this fact?
No, this is supposedly a quote from Jericho. Like this was mentioned on a Dave Meltzer podcast that Jericho has said this, that he said that this contract that he received from AEW was the biggest contract he's ever gotten in his career.
Okay, well then that's a fact then.
Yeah.
So he said it's a fact. So fucking Jericho. It's funny that he says that because Jericho, when he did the press conference, the rally, he mentioned in his little spot, there's like, I didn't do it for the money. I've made money. I did it because I love entertaining and wrestling and shit. Like, it's motherfucker, you just got the biggest contract of your life. You did it for the money.
You did it for the money.
Yeah.
Because you obviously, if you wanted to just do it for the experience, you'd have went to Impact.
Yeah.
You'd have signed for less money and went to Impact.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, but respect to Jericho for signing with AEW, because I think that's going to make their locker room one that can easily grow with solid veterans and people that can help get the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can help tell great stories. They're developing an amazing, division of wrestlers. You look at SoCal Uncensored, which is who? I know it's Frankie and Chris and Christopher Daniels, but who's the third one?
Huh?
Who's the third one? The third member of SoCal Uncensored?
Oh, Scorpio Sky?
Scorpio Sky, yeah. So I'm like that's a solid group of guys that have almost 50 years of wrestling experience between the three of them.
A lot.
So like shit, I remember Frankie Kazarian's days back in WWE from days ago.
Yeah, his cup of coffee.
Yep, his little cup of coffee. And then so let me say that AEW has the money to be WCW, but better. Like
Man,
they genuinely do.
They got the potential to be better than WWE. To be
Yeah.
bigger and better than WWE. They got the potential and the money to back it. So
See, I just don't.
no holds barred.
I just have a different
WWE
angle on.
scared, bro. WWE scared.
No, and I know that they're scared. I know they have enough juice to push WWE. I know they do, but
fight them.
But I just don't ever see anybody unseating WWE as that go. It's kind of like UFC in the MMA world. Strikeforce is huge worldwide. So are several other MMA promotions worldwide. But when it comes to the US, UFC is the major leagues. Like that's the big show. And when it comes to pro wrestling, I love New Japan. I love what AEW is going to do. I used to love Impact. And I love ROH. I love the show that ROH puts on. But I just don't see. I could see somebody running up alongside WWE. I don't see, or maybe like what WCW did, taking them over in the ratings for a couple of years. But WWE is steadfast going to be either in that number one or number two spot from now till we die. Like I don't see WWE falling off to where like somebody's going to take down WWE. Like nah, you can match WWE. You can take a small chunk of their profits, but most of the people that I knew that watch wrestling, even when it came to Impact, they watch WWE and Impact. I've never known anybody that were for WCW or for Impact that stopped watching WWE/F altogether and only watched the competition.
Well,
You know,
check this out. Back in the day, when I was growing up, we tried to scramble WWE on the pay-per-views
uh,
on the TV. We tried that, but we could never get it. And WCW was the only thing I could get because I was living down south. And
Right.
I'm talking. This is in the '80s, on the verge of cable expansions and all this shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So WCW was all I could get. I could get USWA, which was out of Memphis,
Right.
Saturday mornings and shit. But WCW is all I could get for years. So all I knew was WCW. And then, like, I was probably like 12, something like that.
mm,
I was like, oh, this WWE. I started getting the DVDs. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then, and that was like about 93, 94, something like that. And then I started watching WCW, the 1 hour, and then watched the 2 hours of WWE, finish that show, go back and watch the second hour of WCW because they played it twice.
right.
And WWE came on in the middle of those shows, so you could actually watch 4 hours and get both shows.
Right.
And it was great. But yeah, before I knew of WWE, I didn't watch WWE. But I'm
Right.
pretty sure if I was only watching WWE at the time,
Right.
and I found out about WCW the same way, then
You'd have probably
I
been
would-
watching them both.
yeah, I would have been watching. I would have watched them both then like that.
Yeah.
And if WCW would have prevailed, I'd have kept watching that. Like it's whoever prevailed. But I'm still gonna watch it. That's like today. I still watch everybody else's shit too.
Right. I still tune in to Impact from time to time. I love tuning in to ROH pay-per-views. You know, I love watching. I'll probably tune in when AEW gets their TV deal. If it's on my roster of channels, I'll probably watch that too.
Oh, you'll watch it because you got that bootleg site you go to.
Yeah, true. So like, you know what I'm saying? So like I said, that's the only issue that I have when people talk about, oh, they'll be able to out-see WWE.
Well, it depends on what station, their TV contract, it
Yeah,
depends.
what they're talking about, they might be on TNT,
Like-
like TNT or TBS, which would be
when-
good.
When you talk, actually, it's too early to tell.
Yeah.
It's like having a newborn and being like, oh, he going to the NBA.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
You don't know what that motherfucker's gonna be doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's okay. Like anybody that says they can knock off WWE right now is lost their fucking mind.
Yeah.
That you can't take. You got to take it with a grain of salt because that's the only way to take that shit.
Right, but they definitely have
Do
the
they-
promise
they have
and the money.
potential do they have the potential? They have the backing. They have the potential. They got it all. So the potential's there for it to happen. But you can't say, hey, I see it happening or this, unless you're a fucking psychic for real. But yeah, WWE will always be around no matter what company comes up and what company. Even if there's a better company than WWE in wrestling, ratings wise and everything else, WWE is still gonna be there. Right
Still
now,
the gold
WWE
standard,
I've seen it this past week has started getting a little bit of edginess, sexiness back.
Yeah, with the whole
They
Mandy
walked in on,
Rose skit. Yeah,
they walked in on Alexa Bliss on Raw.
yeah.
So and that made me flash back to a Trish Stratus.
I thought the exact same thing.
And then so you got that visual image and that subliminal messaging there that throws you back to the attitude era, so it gets all of us daddies that are in the crowd, and we all flash back to motherfucking Trish Stratus.
Yeah,
And then fucking Mandy the next night on SmackDown does the same little type thing in the hotel room, which would have happened with maybe Sable or some other person to that nature. So
to that, yeah. Kitty cat.
Kitty Cat, yeah.
Kitty cat. Puppies.
It's Kitty Jerry Lawler's fourth wife or something.
Yeah,
like
fourth wife for a cup of tea, as you would say, right?
that. For a cup of coffee, just enough to get you perked up and woke up, and it's over. It's
It
over.
was over.
You need another cup of coffee.
But yeah,
But,
yeah. Like definitely, I agree. Like there has been like, and I'm pretty sure that's on purpose, and I'm pretty sure a lot of
Oh
that
yeah,
has to do with the pressure that they're feeling
yeah, of
from
course it is.
other companies.
They've got to jack it up a little bit. They've got to get people more interested, more excited to be back there. You can't just do the same boring ass shit. I
Yep.
mean, for a kid, yeah, kid don't mind because they don't even really go with the storylines too much. They're more of wrestling wise. Like when I was a kid, I didn't give a fuck what they was talking about. I was just ready for some wrestling to happen.
Yeah.
That shit, it was a fight. It excited me.
Well, when you
So
grow up watching Ultimate Warrior, promos kind of lose their their quality. I'm
yeah, yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
man. You don't understand.
Well,
As a 5-year-old, you don't understand. We're going to getting in the mothership and flying to space and rocket fuel and all that. You just know when he growls, he's gonna kick somebody's butt.
yeah, and snarls, yeah, yeah, yeah. But it was even like Hulk Hogan. Take your vitamins. Don't tell me what to do. I didn't like Hulk Hogan. When I was a kid, I hated Hulk Hogan, bro. Eat your vitamins, drink your milk. Man, fuck you. I ain't doing none of that. Fuck you. I'm gonna flush my Flintstones right now just cause you trying to make me do something.
Uh,
Fuck you. Whoop his ass, Macho Man.
well,
I know you want to. Just look at
yeah.
you. Look at him. I can see the anger through your glasses that you want to whoop this motherfucker's ass in real life. Just do it, man. Just do it right now. Live TV. Do it. Mean Gene, look out the way, man.
The mega powers, man. I do miss me some mega powers.
I don't.
I do.
I don't. I
The
don't.
way the way he would look at Hogan when Hogan picked up Elizabeth and put her on his shoulder. You mother, you just touched my wife, bitch. All right. You see the back of this hand? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I got it nice and ready for you.
Smack. You feel the back of his hand?
Ka-tow!
Man.
Oh man. For sure, for sure. All right. Take a quick break from wrestling talk. No V1 tonight, correct, Cole?
Nah, man. I've been watching Punisher all day. I forgot all about it actually until about 4 o'clock. Um,
See,
and then
he could have combined two loves by sitting there watching the Punisher and giving a partial review of season 2 for a half hour, and then just posting that and posting it at 9 o'clock. But
I
yeah.
ain't finished it.
So what? You
I
don't
still
need to
got,
finish
I got one episode. I got
That's
the finale. I got the final episode to watch right after this. And I don't. No, I'm too tired, man. How much killing I've seen today?
Oh man.
You know how much killing I have seen? At least 37 people in each episode.
Wow.
At least, and that's like spreading out because some of them had like 137.
Yeah.
But I just spread it out each episode. 13 episodes, 37 people. That's a lot of motherfucking people.
Yeah, it is. That's over 400, almost.
That's
400
over
people.
300. Yeah, that's a lot. That's hundreds.
But what I'll say,
Huh.
but I am going to help you relax and get through your V1 withdrawals with a wonderful playlist from the one and only Phil Collins.
Pretty lady. Oh,
Well, actually, I start out with a few Genesis tracks because that's where I first discovered Phil Collins. I believe I opened the show with my favorite song, "I Can't Dance."
no, I can't dance. Can't sing.
I'll say, and then I go into a lot of his solo stuff for the rest of his career, and got a track I want you to hear that you should hear. So tune into that. It pretty much is about 10 minutes following when we end this episode, so probably around 8:30 since there'll be no V1 tonight, and then I'll probably run till 10. I think I got about an hour and a half for some music. So.
He got some music, y'all.
So tune in, man. Hey, the past 2 weeks, the past 2 episodes have been pretty
Man, I
damn
got
good.
this finale to watch, bro. I got this finale.
Oh no, I didn't say you, man. You can tune in later. You can always listen to it later. I was just saying, telling the people that are listening to us right now to stay tuned because we do have another show coming up after this, and we also have a big,
People listen to us.
Yeah, they do, man, from time to time.
Okay. How y'all doing, people?
How y'all doing, people?
I was doing this for me. Now I'm doing it for y'all.
Yeah, nah. Well, say we do have an official date for the roundtable. It
Yeah.
will be officially a month late. Nah.
I don't even know what we're talking about, man. I forgot. I gotta rewatch everything.
Well, all you got to do is rewatch the the 3 episode Elseworld series because that's the
I
bulk of what we're talking about.
watched it twice, man, and I don't remember none of it.
Yeah, that's what I say. You can watch it one more time the day that we're doing the roundtable, which is next Saturday.
It was a book.
Yeah,
That's all I know right now.
there was a book. All right, well, like I said, you'll figure it out. You'll
No,
figure it out.
that's all I'm gonna talk about during the roundtable. I'm be like, there was a book.
Shut the fuck up.
That's gonna be the only thing I'm gonna say the whole time. Y'all gotta elaborate.
Anyway, but yeah, no, we will have another for Aces Presents roundtable. We haven't done one in
400-500 years.
Yeah, I want to say since last summer was the last time we did one.
1732. We all got together around the fire
at that round table, and had us some pizza,
beans, and drinking coffee.
Had us some pizza and beer at the round table. Anyways, but yeah. So like we're gonna be doing that round table. It's gonna be on DC Universe movies. It's the reaction to the Endgame trailer, reaction to the Spider-Man Homecoming or Far From Home trailer, talk some fan theories, etc. I got a list of shit for us to talk about. So yeah, we'll be doing that.
You watch Titans yet?
Oh shit, no. But you know what? I'll watch it this weekend. I'm off till Monday, so I'm off through Monday. I don't go back to work till Tuesday, so I'll watch it this weekend.
All right.
But and then we'll add that. We'll talk a little Titans because I know Kahari has already watched it as well. We'll be joined by the Saint, and I'm trying to rope in Jamil to do the show as well. Yeah, or Jamil or Steve, one of the two.
Last time I had a round table, I was in the chat room talking about I take Jamil out.
But yeah, so that's next Saturday. Right here on Forex. This Sunday we have the re-debut of Now versus Then. We have Brick, West Coast Bias will be on live, and we have Lip Gloss and Mics as well. So Sunday's another big day for us. Just letting all y'all listeners know. That's Sunday the 19th. But anyway, do you have any shout outs to the indies? These nuts.
Damn, you had to throw some nuts in your mouth like that. Yeah, man, motherfucking BTW having their battle royal. This coming up, motherfucking January 24th or 25th, whatever's Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday.
All right.
The 25th.
That'll be
Friday
25th
at 7:30. Bell time. BTW 2K19 Battle Royal, Newark Pavilion in Newark, California. Frankie Gazarian gonna be there. Kakamin gonna be there. Motherfucking Scotty Ringer is the motherfucking champion.
Nice.
Right now, the Ballard Brothers gonna be in town. I think that is Jackals from APW on there. Yeah. So that show's going down. Action Coast Empire is tomorrow at 7 p.m. Action Coast Empire Battleground. It is at 110 2nd Avenue South, number D8. That is I don't know where the fuck it is. They didn't know nothing. What the fuck? These motherfuckers are stupid. I'm for real. Hold on. I gotta scroll down to look for where it's at.
For sure.
And nope. Fuck it. They didn't say. They gave an address, but I don't know what fucking town it's in. Check your Facebook shit.
Yeah. Go on Facebook. Look it up.
So yeah, that's all I got right now.
All right. Well, let me see. Hold on. We'll go on live right now and go look. There's one other place that I normally check since I'm from, the Sacramento area.
You didn't look all that shit up while I was doing my shit. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong?
I should have, man.
Wrong
You're right.
with-
You're right, man.
You know what? I tell you what, man. If we was in the same room right now, you would get these hands.
Let's see. Events. See all events. Okay. So no, those are past.
Okay.
This literally says no upcoming events. So I'm sorry, guys. There are no upcoming Supreme Pro Wrestling events in the Sacramento area.
All right, cool. So everybody, y'all have a good night. Be safe this weekend. Tune in to K Double's motherfucking fifth period music class right after this show, around 8:30ish.
Yes,
Motherfucker
sir.
going till 10, like you said. God damn it, he loves you. We love you. Bye.
Bye. Peace.
Take it easy.